Okay everyone, welcome to today's demo. Today, let's try to play VPN and the NAT, Virtual Private Network, and the NAT as the Network Address Translation. We introduced that before. So let's take a look at our topology first. We're gonna need 3 virtual machines today. 2 Windows server in our internal network. I will give like the local area network as the LAN, and I give the Win10 as the client. Okay, so total 3 virtual machines you're gonna need today. I will give our machine number 0 as our local server. Machine number 4 as our edge server, which will connect both internal and external network. So the most operation we're gonna play today will be on machine number 4. Win10 just as our client as usual. For the VPN, we're gonna do the configuration for the VPN server at machine number 4. And then we're gonna need add another NIC for this VPN server. Like I said, one for internal, one for external. And we try to enable routing and remote access service. We call that RRAS. This is a role. Okay, as usual, we call our old friend server manager to enable this role at the VPN server. Then we try to configure and enable the VPN server. And then we try to add the VPN account. If you try to play the VPN in the daily life, you know most VPN, they will give you an account, right? Otherwise, you may need to share the account like proxy. You may not have the reliable connection. And then we try to test this VPN connection. That's for the VPN. And then for the NAT, same idea. We try to configure the NAT service at machine number 4. Additional NIC we add in the previous steps. So same idea, we need 2 NICs. And then we try to enable the RRAS for this NAT server. And we try to configure and enable the NAT server. After that, we try to test the NAT client and configuration. Last but not least, we try to visit internal web server from the outside, which means from our client. Okay, let's play it. So like I said, we're gonna need 3 virtual machines today. Machine number 0 as our internal web server. Machine number 4 as our edge server. Win10 as 0 as our client. So for the machine number 0, we already have the configuration. It comes with the web server. I already enabled the IIS. So the IP address we have is the internal network 10.10.10.2. So we can give 10.10.10.2. You can see our IIS already enabled. I didn't set up any website, okay, so just the default settings. One thing you should be noticed, the settings for our machine number 0, I give it as the host only. Here you may say, hey, Lin-Chen, the word is too small. Don't worry, I can tell you what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna check the virtual machine settings and the network adapter. For my network adapter for the machine number 0, I give this host only. Okay, host only means this is a private network. Okay, it's a private network. Like in our topology here, it's a local area network, right? We're gonna use the private address. Okay, it's a private one. Okay, so that's the settings for our machine number 0. Okay, machine number 0. All right, so this is the first one. Let's take a look at our machine number 4. Our machine number 4. Let's take a look what we have. So for our adapter, we have only one network adapter. Okay, so far we only have one network adapter because this is default settings, right? And by default, your setting is NAT. I can try NAT this time. Maybe I need to change to the bridge later. Okay, so let's try the NAT this time. Okay, this is the original one. Then to help us to connect both ends, I mean internal and external. So for the NAT, I left for the external. Then for the internal, I will give that the another network adapter. Okay, I should add another network adapter. So I can't add the network adapter right now because the machine is on. So let's shut down. Okay, so I go to the settings. This step just the regular step as we add the network adapter. Probably the size is too small. I can show you is I'm on the settings, and on the left corner side of the settings, there's an add. Click add, and then choose the hardware type as the network adapter. Once you find that, click that, and then press finish. For this new network adapter, I give as the host only. Okay, I remember we have that for our machine number 0, right? Let's double check, make sure it's, yes, host only. Okay, host only. So same idea, we go here, add a new network adapter, and we choose host only. Okay, host only. Press OK. So second network NIC, we give the host only, and let's turn it on. So now our machine comes with 2 NIC. Also, you can see here, 2 NIC. Maybe it's too small for you. It's okay. Let's give it some time to log in. Okay, we are in. Let's log in. We can check our network connections. Change adapter options. So this is the new NIC we just add. We change the property. Oh, yeah, the size change back. Don't worry. Let me zoom in. Okay, we're back. IPv, we don't do 6, we do 4. So we give the address 10.10.10.1. Okay, so subnet, we take the first 24 bits as the network portion, which just our edge server. Okay, edge server. So our edge server comes with 2 adapters. To help us to understand and differentiate 2 NIC, let's say this one is for the local area network, right? This one for the WAN. Okay, this one may help us to understand. Let's try to verify. Also, we try to ping. First thing first, we try to ping it. Our IP config, so far we come with 2 IP address, one for internal, one for external, right? Can we ping our internal first? Hopefully yes. Good. And external is our VPN is on. Don't sleep, wake up. Osaka. Nice place. Okay, we are 134, right? So let's try to ping 192.168.44.134. Good, good. Can we visit the website internal? Good. How about external? Let's say Google. Yes. Both internal and external works. Okay. Looks good. Okay. Now it's our time to add the role. Remote access. So let's go our old friend, server manager. We manage. Oh, still loading. Okay. Manage. And then our remote access is a role. Not a feature. Okay, it's a role. Go next. Oh, I may need to disable the IS here. Did I give the IS? Maybe later. Anyway, let's go next. Check the 3. And give it some time to install. I will pause here to save your time. I will skip for you. Okay, we are ready. Configuration required. Configuration required, and the installation succeed. We can close that. So you don't need to worry about anything here about notification. We can just go to our administrative tour. We can find out our remote assets, routing and remote access. Okay, that's the one we need. Like I said, for the most operation we're going to play today, we're going to play here on this edge server. okay? Both VPN and the NAT. So let's try to play the VPN first, okay? Let's try to play VPN first. So we choose the first one, VPN. Sorry, I just clicked too fast before it loading. So give some time. Now you can go next. Choose the first one, VPN. And then now VPN is available. So this one will ask you to select network interface which connect to the this server to the internet, right? Which one we connect to the internet? Which our external, right? WAN. Remember, we just renamed the network interface card. For these options, let me do some explanation for you. If we check this, we will only allow the VPN traffic for our server. For the real case scenario in your future works, for example, in the industry, right, which we may need other servers than the VPN, right? So I would say try to uncheck this if you need other traffic besides VPN, okay? Besides VPN, okay? Let's click this one. And then we try to arrange the specific address. We try to give the address. For the internal, right? For the internal, so for our internal, let's say we give the address. Our is 10.10.10, right? So let's give 10.10.10, start from 10. Let's give 10 address. Okay, start from 10 to 19. Go next. This one is ask you, do you need any third party for the verification? We don't need that. So just use our own verification. And let's try to start the settings. Okay, so we are ready. You can find out we are network interface and our remote access client. So far, there's no client, right? So all the settings can be found here and all the users interface available. Now let's do some configuration on the client side, which is our Win 10. Okay, so we can click network and the sharing center. We try to add a new connection. Okay, we try to add a new connection. We try to connect to the VPN connection. So for here, about the internet address, we should give the IP address of our edge server. Can we write down the private address? The answer is no, because we stand on this side, external, right, which is public. So we can only enter the public address for us. Okay, if we stand on the perspective of the Win 10, what we can only see is the public address. Okay, for the word 135. So let's go here. 135. Okay. So we allowed the connections. So here we have our network connections here, right? Our VPN connections we just add. Now if we choose connect, oh, you may find out it asks us to sign in. But you may just realize until this step, we didn't add any new user yet. So we should create a VPN user. How to create that? Definitely, we should go to our VPN server, right? So go to our VPN server. Let's go to admin tour. We go our computer management. This is the same stuff we used to change password, remember? Go to our local user and groups. We try to add a new user. Let's just say VPN. Okay, let's just say VPN. We give a password. Don't change password. No expire. Do not make the password policy. Okay, so the password is too easy. Okay, now we got our VPN. Let's try to go to Win 10. We try to connect. Oh, connection has been denied, right? Why? If you can recall, as our user, we have some property we may not change. So we should go to dying, allow the network access permission. Okay, we should check allow the network permission for the access. Then we press OK. Now we try to do that one more time. Same idea, VPN. We try to connect. Connected, right? Now we have been connected to our VPN. How to verify it? We can ping our internal web server. Let's say oh, sorry. I forgot ping. Good, succeed, right? And also we can try to visit the website. Nice. Okay, so I can visit our internal website. Okay, no problem. So this is the configuration of the VPN. And we can play the NAT. So that's the simple VPN settings. Now we play the NAT. To enable the NAT, first we should disable our VPN. We can go to the remote assets, right click, disable the routing and the remote access. Why we need to do this? Because we don't want any conflict for our NAT and the VPN. So that's the reason we try to disable that. So let's give it some time to disable it. Okay, it's off. Let's try to play it. So this time we choose the NAT. And same idea, we try to choose the interface for the internet, right? Connect to the internet. Here we have two options. Depends on the scenario we are in. If we are in the large-scale network, for example, we have our own DHCP and the DNS server, then we can choose this option. Or if we're in the small-scale network, okay, we can just use our DNS and DHCP server provided by the RRAS, which is this one. Okay, RRAS routing and the remote assets. So for us, I will choose the first option. Let's give it some time. Okay, so I did some change about my network connections because my router, which is not used in my scenario for my host machine. Anyway, I just changed the connection. Remember, at first beginning, I told you for the connection for my two machines here, these two, H server and Win10. Remember, for the public one, I give the NAT so far, and I told you we probably gonna change to the bridge. Okay, you can see now I change to the bridge. For the internal, it's still the host only, but the external I use for the bridge. Okay, use for the bridge. So both my machine number 5 and my Win10, I change to the bridge. You can see bridge. Okay, the word is very small, but what I can tell you is the bridge. Okay, bridge connection. And then after our NAT settings, we can go to our internal one. Oh yes, by the way, after the settings for the change the bridge, you can see our internal now is for 8643. Okay, 8643. Internal still the same idea, and my Win10 is 8649. So this is 49, this is 43. Okay, so let's try to ping. First, let's try to ping the internal one, which is 10, 10, 10, and 1. So let's say 10, 10, 10, 1. Okay, connection succeed. Another one is 49, right? So we can go 92.168. What is that? 6849. Okay, 68.49. You can see connection succeed, which means right now our local server can connect to both H and our external network. Okay, external network. Okay, you should be noticed now the external network's IP address is exchanged, right? We changed to the new IP address. Okay, not this one. All right. And then we can try to test, because this is internal, right? We can test to visit the internet, right? Can we visit internet? Hopefully yes, because on the right side you can see this is some no internet connections. We can visit. Okay, so very good, because we are setting the NAT. So go through our bridge in our H server, we can access internet. Okay, we can access internet. All right, so that's it. That's for the settings. Okay, that's for the settings. Visit internal website server from outside. We can try to go here. And then how to do this from outside, which means we should visit the web from here, from the Win10 back to our machine number 0. So we can go our NAS server. So for the NAS, we right click that. For our WAN, we go property, we choose service and port, we find out HTTP. Okay, by default it is unchecked. I want to check it, and then we set the private address as 10.10.10.2, which is the IP address of our web server. Okay, which IP address of web server? 10.10.10.2. Okay, where's my setting? Okay, press OK. And then we can go to our Win10, which external server. This time, do we need to type down 10.10.10.2? No, we cannot do that because that's the private address. Instead of that, we should type down the IP address. What's IP address for this age? Let's IP config 68.53. 6853. So 68.53. Once we press that, oh, sorry, 192. 192.168.68.53. Now you can see we can visit the IIS. Okay, that's the web server for our internal. Okay, for the internal. All right, so today we demonstrate the process for VPN and the NAT. Thank you for your time, and as always, feel free to ask me any question you have. Thank you.